The following is a rebroadcast of Newswatch 16 Update, recorded earlier for playback at this time.
Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Chief Meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Joe Zone on sports. This is the Newswatch 16 Update.
Some non-smokers in Pennsylvania are hoping to get a law passed that would limit smoking in public buildings. Newswatch 16's Kathy Bellich talked with smokers and non-smokers in Lackawanna County about that idea.
Smoking or none? Okay, right this way.
In some places, like this restaurant, you have a choice, but in other places, non-smokers have no choice but to breathe in tobacco smoke. The American Lung Association is passing petitions around to gain support for the Clean Indoor Air Act, soon to be reintroduced in Harrisburg. The act calls for all public buildings to permit smoking only in certain areas. The teachers here at the West Side Intermediate Unit in Scranton were first to sign, no smoking is allowed here.
The new information looks as if people who are breathing secondhand smoke do have lung diseases at a higher rate than those that are not in areas where smoking is permitted.
The smokers we found here at the Lackawanna County Courthouse say they wouldn't mind if they had to go smokeless around non-smokers.
I wouldn't object, if someone would come up and say that you're smoking, is offensive to me or it bothers my health, I'd put it out immediately.
Has anyone ever asked you to do that in a restaurant?
Occasionally, once or twice.
I could probably live without it. But it's just a habit,
Would it be tough?
Yep. I'll probably have to quit then because I don't think I could work without, having to smoke.
The no smoking proposal has been up for a vote 6 times and has been turned down 6 times. Proponents of the Clean Indoor Air Act are hoping to get the legislation passed through this year because they say non-smokers should not have to walk out of the office to get a breath of fresh air. Kathy Bellich, Newswatch 16, Scranton.
There's been a lot of concern lately over the safety of fake Cabbage Patch dolls. On Friday, ABC's World News Tonight ran a story about some Cabbage Patch fakes that may be highly flammable and could release chemicals that are dangerous to breathe. These are dolls that are labeled as Cabbage Patch dolls, but they smell like kerosene and are not made by Coleco. Over the weekend, Newswatch 16 raised some concern over another doll called Special Kids. We called it a Cabbage Patch fake and suggested it might be unsafe. Well, actually, those dolls are Cabbage Patch lookalikes, and the state says they are safe. 2 other Cabbage Patch lookalikes called Heavenly Kids and Flower Kids are also considered safe by the state. Still ahead, the deer hunters who are saying no to hunting doe.
Plus, a little later, Newswatch 16's Valerie Devine will go hunting for the perfect Christmas tree. We'll find out if she was able to cut it as the update continues.
Wes Friedman is the magical setting for holiday savings on fine diamond and gold jewelry, watches, and everything name brand. Save at Wes Friedman on Eureka's upright vacuum cleaner with headlight and attachments on sale for $79.99. Norelco's Rotor-Track rechargeable razor with pop-up trimmer, only $54.97. With Singer Button Magic, sew a button in less than 2 minutes. Now just $19.99 at Wes Friedman. Save on all your holiday gifts at Wes Friedman. We wrote the book on savings.
Be there. Newswatch 16 is everywhere. From the mountains to the valleys, in your hometown square, we'll be there. We're everywhere. Newswatch 16 is everywhere.
In Lycoming County, some deer hunters decided not to use their doe permits today. Newswatch 16's Craig Stevens says it brought some controversy to this first day of doe season. And a word of warning to you now, certain scenes in the beginning of this report could be a bit disturbing to some of you.
The State Game Commission is hoping hunters like Williamsport's Carl Miller will kill 70,000 doe by the end of hunting season. This amid protests that there aren't many deer in the woods.
No, there's lots of deer out there. There's quite a few. I've seen a lot today.
The whole idea behind killing deer is to reduce their population. The State Game Commission says if hunters don't kill them, they'd overpopulate and starve because there wouldn't be enough food. But a man Newswatch 16 told you about last month doesn't buy that. Paul Welsh is behind a drive to stop Pennsylvania's doe season. He's got 10,000 signatures on petitions to back him up.
The Game Commission says that there's X number of deer out there, and the hunters in the woods haven't seen the deer like they used to 5 or 6 years ago, and it's declined tremendously for the last 3 years, so something has to be done.
But check with Nipponose Valley farmer Richard Eisworth and you get a different story. Each year he loses over $10,000 worth of crops because deer eat them.
One particular field I've seen 98 deer on a 12-acre piece of alfalfa, which incidentally I took no hay off of it that year.
The Game Commission says there are plenty of deer around, but because forests grow over the decades, the deer population shifts. Maybe that's why hunters don't see deer where they did 20 years ago. They're looking in the wrong place.
But if an individual would see a group of deer that have died of starvation because of lack of food, which was 100% waste, they might change their mind a little bit on harvesting some of these.
Craig Stevens, Newswatch 16.
Next, meteorologist Tom Clark will head out to his rainy backyard.
Let's find out how long this taste of spring in December is going to last. Huh?
Probably not long enough for most of us.
Right.
Notice the match here?
Yes, beautiful.
Huh?
Stunning.
Yeah.
Just like spring.
Almost. Well, I'll tell you what, though. Driving tomorrow morning could be quite hazardous. I'll have the story. Stay tuned.
Cold enough.
Only one half price. Just one half price at Steve Heidock Diamond Center. From now through Christmas, one half of manufacturer's list prices used industry-wide. That's right, one half price on all diamond engagement rings, diamond earrings, men's diamond rings, diamond anniversary rings, diamond cocktail rings, and much, much more. Steve Heidock Diamonds, Narrow Shopping Center.
Isn't it nice to know there's the United Penn Plaza at Kingston Corners, where shopping can be relaxing and enjoyable? Just park your car and explore the beautiful shops, all available to you at the United Penn Plaza. There's a wide selection to choose from for every member of the family. Clothes, shoes, handbags, maternity wear, toys, jewelry, stationery, gourmet foods, hairstyling, international gifts, and lingerie. The friendly merchants at the United Penn Plaza invite you to see how shopping should feel.
Many of my friends love giving fragrances at Christmas. I do too. And many of my friends shop for fine fragrances at Revco. I do too.
Jean Tout Cologne set is only $8.49 at Revco, and Jovan Musk sets for men and women are just $8.29 each. Revco has all your favorites, including Charlie and Old Spice.
Why do you think people with money shop at Revco? How do you think we remain people with money?
I haven't the foggiest notion what tomorrow's weather's all
I haven't
about.
the foggiest either. I don't know.
How about you, Tom? Not too foggy with me. You're on the right track, I'll tell you that. We're giving away snow shovels, and everyone who entered our snowfall contest is eligible to win. Just pick this card from the pile, and this is number 11 of 20 that we're giving away. And tonight, the winner is Linda Hyzensky, 214 Bennett Street in Exeter. Now that's just down the street and across the river from here, so Linda, you got yourself a manual snow removal equipment coming to your house. In this backyard, only 0.02 of an inch of rain has fallen, but we do have the lights up, as you can see. But take a look at this display coming up here. Tonight's Newswatch 16 Holiday House is over in Schuylkill County, and it belongs to Mr. and Mrs. Paul Varenik at 350 Arizona Avenue in Shenandoah Heights. All right, look at that. That's nice. I like that. Temperature 38 outside now. We have the humidity up through the roof, a lot of water vapor in the air tonight. The wind calm, an up and down wind. Barometer now holding steady. Look at that range today, 44 and 36, 65. The record high for this date, 28. 1 year ago tonight. Now we do have the updated Newswatch 16 color radar image. A close-up of the northeast, and you can see the scattered nature of the rainfall over the eastern half of Pennsylvania now. There's a patch of slightly heavier rain, but in this backyard it's just a light drizzle falling now. More rain, kind of heavy, off the coast of New England. But look west of here. It's so light it's not even showing up on the radar, just some light drizzle out this way at this hour. The satellite view coming up next, this also just in. Take a look at the clouds over Pennsylvania. A weak storm system moving through tonight. But I'm telling you, you can cut the fog with a knife in parts of Pennsylvania and Ohio, especially out along the river in Lycoming County. I mean, like, you can't even see across the street now in Montoursville, out towards Williamsport. To the west, it breaks up quite nicely, but there was a record high of 50 today in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. But when the temperature hits 50 here on Wednesday, it will not break a record. But it looks like we will have above normal temperatures for the rest of this week. You know, they measure snowfall out in Stampede Pass, Washington, with a long stick. And they stuck it in tonight, and it measured 59 inches deep of snow. It's coming down up that way tonight. All righty, take a look at my forecast coming up for tomorrow. Many gloomy hours through the morning and midday, clearing late. Some of the fog dense. Honesdale, the Range, Berwick, Palmerton, 46 tomorrow afternoon. Take a look at Lock Haven, 35 and 47. A northwest wind light. Sunrise and sunset for Tuesday. It's 7:18, and it sets early at 4:35. All right, dense fog through the morning hours tomorrow. Cloudy through midday, clearing late, 46. Warm, 50. A heat wave on Wednesday. Sunshine Thursday, rather cloudy on Friday. Weather folklore states that fog in the morning means sun in the afternoon. That will apply tomorrow. It also means to slow down and keep the headlights on. You know what I mean?
Good advice.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
The courthouse is alive with the sound of music. The Luzerne County Courthouse, that is, and the music is Christmas carols. From now through Friday, December 21st, area school choruses and orchestras will be entertaining visitors to the courthouse in Wilkes-Barre. Today's performers, the Holy Child Elementary School Glee Club from Plymouth. This holiday tradition in Wilkes-Barre has been going on for as long as many of us could remember. How nice.
Yeah, very nice. From the season. And coming up, going out on a limb to bring home the perfect Christmas tree.
Plus, the boys in the bar and the boys on the courts. Joe's Own 16 Sports Screen shows you all the action next.
Mom was always telling me how beautiful her wedding was. It was like we knew all along that my wedding would be at Janetti's too. It really was one of the best times of my life.
Mommy, when I get married, can I have a Janetti wedding?
Stroud's Jewelers is setting off an explosive sale of exquisite jewelry, and the values are dynamite. Choose from chains of matchless beauty, sparkling pendants and earrings. The savings are hot on a dazzling array of watches. And our dinner rings are a blaze of gems. Stroud's collection of men's jewelry is outstanding. Fiery diamonds, shimmering pearls. Time is running out. Pick up your sale catalog at Stroud's Jewelers.
Another big trade in baseball, and Joe Zone is here to tell us about it.
Maybe the Mets pushed themselves over the top with this deal tonight. Very big and important trade for the Mets. They picked up Gary Carter, that great catcher for the Montreal Expos. Big trade tonight. Take a look at Carter in action. He had a great year last year. He batted .294. He hit 27 home runs, 106 RBI. The Mets will give up Hubie Brooks, the infielder, catcher Mike Fitzgerald, promising outfielder Herb Winningham, and minor league pitcher Floyd Yeomans. And the key there is Carter, who handles his pitchers so well and really could do a nice job both offensively and defensively for the Mets. All righty, basketball, trying to put an end to a losing streak tonight, trying to win back the hearts of Wilkes-Barre basketball fans. You know, they've been looking at the 6-0 Wilkes Colonels lately. Monarchs home tonight. Take a look at it with Drew. Feistel is number 32. You saw him go to work, and then from the outside, Drew goes back up by 4, and then King starts to play. Feistel from Flaherty for 2 of his 20 points inside right there. Then the pass inside, Ed Moyer, 2 of his 8 points. That's, well, it's a 2-point lead for Kings, and they never trailed after that. There's the steal by Jimmy P. as he scores 2 of his 11. Kings gets on the board tonight with a win. Final score against Drew, 84-53. Okay, there's the board. Kings over Drew, 84-53. Allentown beat the Lady Monarchs, 65-40. Elsewhere, Marywood over Susquehanna. Messiah beat the Lady Colonels, and Wilkes College, the men's team, 7-0 now. They're off to a big start. They beat Messiah 71-55. Kutztown over Caprini, 80-64 elsewhere in women's basketball. Now in the NBA, one final, Atlanta beat Indiana 104-98. Checking boys basketball, lots of it. Pottsville over Williamsport. Lords Regional beat Mount Carmel. Panther Valley over Marion Catholic. Valley View beat West Scranton. North Pocono over Wallenpaupack. Overtime, Mid-Valley beat Dunmore. Scranton Tech over Old Forge. Wyoming area beat Scranton Central in overtime. Berwick over Wyoming Seminary. Northampton beat Bethlehem Catholic. North Schuylkill over Shenandoah. Jim Thorpe beat Pleasant Valley. Schuylkill Haven beat Blue Mountain. Canton over Mansfield. Nativity BVM over Mahanoy area. St. Clair beat Freeland MMI. North Lebanon over Tri-Valley. Weatherly beat Southern Columbia. Wow, a lot of boys basketball, exhibition basketball, okay? An unusual 8 o'clock start for the Monday Night Football boys. Now, I don't know if that was an advantage or not for our boys in the bar crew, Carlson and Bertram. Yeah, out an hour earlier, but also the partying began an hour earlier, too.
Last regularly scheduled Boys of the Bar this year, we thought we'd stop by Patty's Sports Bar in Wilkes-Barre and talk to some reserved, well-dressed gentlemen about anything. I'm supposed to ask you something about Shula and the pass?
Yeah, I've never seen a coach with 20 seconds left throws a touchdown pass instead of kneeling on the ball like anybody else would.
Are you
beat the spread? I've never seen anything like that.
Are you saying that Don Shula and the Dolphins do business?
He might very well do that, is right. Yes.
Don Shula?
Yes.
How about Miami and Frisco?
That's going to be one heck of a game if it comes about. And if I were a gambling man, and if gambling were permissible, I just might take Frisco if there's a little point spread. You might also, huh?
Who's the team to beat?
Seattle.
Seattle?
Seattle.
Wait a minute, what happened to him yesterday?
Just laying down, I guess. I don't know.
How do you put up with these guys all the time?
I try to stay away from it as much as possible.
I thought we'd wrap it up here at Patty's with a shot of one of the greatest boxers of all time. Isn't that a great picture of Rocky Marciano, undefeated heavyweight world champion? Well, that's going to do it for Boys in the Bar this year, but I will remind you, next Monday night, we'll have a best of Boys in the Bar, so if you were in on one of them, you make sure you're watching. You could be in that one next week. I'm Tim Carlson, Newswatch 16 Sports in Wilkes-Barre.
2 games in the National Hockey League, and you see the Rangers over Los Angeles 4-2. Detroit beat Minnesota 4-3. Fishing game forecast now for tomorrow. Look at that, 3:30 a.m., folks. A couple of early times. Girls winners, if I may. Hazleton, Mount Carmel, Dallas, Montrose, West Scranton, Sullivan County, Middleburg, Wyoming Seminary, Scranton Central, and Troy. All girls winners in basketball tonight.
All right,
okay,
terrific.
Joe. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Joe.
And still ahead in search of the perfect Christmas tree.
But first, for those of you looking for tonight's winning lottery number, here it is. The daily number is 610. We'll be right back.
Take a sheet of Reynolds wrap, fold it in a Reynolds flap. First add meat, add your spice. Fold it once, fold it twice. Bake it now at 450. Not long, 15 minutes or so. Now take a peek, and you'll see just how good your meal can be. Because with a sheet of Reynolds wrap, a little thought, this Reynolds flap, you'll soon see what you can do. Chicken or fish and vegetables, too. It seals in goodness, seals in flavor. So do yourself this little favor. Make cooking better in a snap with a sheet of Reynolds wrap.
Always making changes for the better. We're always looking out for something new. Tomorrow is on our side at Wyoming National Bank. Good for us, good for you.
Tomorrow can be on your side, too, with Wyoming National Bank Individual Retirement Account. Save now for your tomorrow.
Finally, tonight, we all know just how difficult it can be picking out a Christmas tree.
Some are fat, some are lean, some are skinny as a bean.
We sent Valerie Devine to Schuylkill County to find out one that's just fine.
I know it's here someplace. If Charlie Brown can find a tree, so can I. The problem is there are so many to pick from. Now, let's see. Well, how about this one? Nah, not what I had in mind. Well, this one doesn't have too many loose needles. They say that's really important in picking out a Christmas tree, you know. Gosh, I just don't know what to do. You know, every year I go through this. Every single Christmas I'm asking all kinds of questions. What kind of tree do I want? Do I want long needles? Do I want short needles? I have no idea what I want.
It's a matter of your preferences, what you like. Some people like a nice tight taper tree. Some like a real full tree. It might be wider than it is high. So that's purely the answer, I'd say, to your question.
Gee, thanks a lot, buddy. Now let's see. This one looks good, at least from underneath. Nice trunk. This one smells pretty good, but a little out of my price range. Now let's see, what about this one? It's certainly tall enough and the price is right. Yep, this is the one. Now how do I keep this thing alive through Christmas?
I think we've heard just about every formula that there is to be known. I've heard formulas of aspirin, Clorox, sugar. I've heard everything. I still recommend water and the product Prolong, Tree Saver. Any one of those products works good. So.
Well, it's bought and paid for. Now how do I get this thing home? Sure hope the boss doesn't mind. Nah, he's cool. He'll understand. I hope anyway. Now to set the mood.
Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are thy branches.
Valerie Devine, Newswatch 16, Schuylkill County.
That's it for the night.
Good night.